A survey team from the National Weather Service rates the tornado that slammed into southwest Indiana an EF-3. That tornado claimed 3 lives in Sullivan County on Friday evening. Meteorologist Mike Seidel talks with one of the survivors.
We're on the southern side of the town of Sullivan, and as you can see, this entire neighborhood has been wiped out by the twister. Today they've been out with bulldozers and bobcats doing a really good job of cleaning up. Unfortunately, 3 fatalities in this county from the twister. Behind me is a 4-unit apartment complex, and Jill Nesbitt's daughter luckily was not home, but we've got Jill here this afternoon, and we want to talk to you a little bit about how lucky you're feeling and how she's feeling with her 2 kids today.
We are so thankful. She lived in this first apartment here, single mom with 2 small kids. Her and a friend had decided to take a trip to Louisville yesterday to go hiking, and they had it planned for several weeks. And of course we were worried about them because the tornadoes were heading that way too. So we were in touch with them and said, be safe. And then it hit, and then she's the one that messaged me because one of the people that lives in the end apartment had messaged her, and she had rode out the storm with her little boy in the bathtub, and luckily they survived. The other 2 tenants were gone on spring break and in another location, so thankfully nobody here was killed.
Well, you look at the damage here, and it's amazing that anybody could have gotten out alive, but the 2 at the end got in their bathtub.
Yes, and they rode the bathtub. Yeah, it picked them up and slammed them down, she said, the little boy and the mom, and it really terrified them. But as you can see, the wall here, the bedrooms, if my daughter would have been home, their bedrooms, the tree fell on the bedroom, they most likely wouldn't have survived. So we are so thankful to God that she survived. They weren't here.
And what did you think when you got out here this morning?
Well, we got out this morning, tried to come, but they were still out doing recovery and they wouldn't let us in. So this is the first time we've seen it. We've been here about half an hour, and we're just trying to find, mementos and documents and stuff, keepsakes that mean a lot. The rest of it doesn't matter. She's on her way home. She's almost here. She hasn't seen it yet. So we're just thankful.
Well, we're thankful that Brittany and your daughter, your 2 grandchildren are fine.
Yes.
And you can always replace all the contents and rebuild, but life is irreplaceable.
The overwhelming, the community. I've already had, I don't know how many people at my house, already people calling me, already people giving me money to help Brittany get back on her feet because, thankfully we have a home she could come to, but she's going to have to rebuild, go somewhere. And so we are overwhelmed with the people. I mean, people coming out and just helping us sort through. It's amazing.
You see this all the time, the turnout from the community. It is amazing. Well, thanks for talking to us. We're glad that everybody here, especially your family, is okay. And just you move on, clean up, rebuild, and no scratches, no injuries, and that's the best news overall. Yeah,
and we continue to pray for those that lost their loved ones.
Okay, Jill, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Jill Nesbitt. The story is a good one. It turned out good, at least at this complex. But again, 3 fatalities here in Sullivan County.
Well, survey team for the National Weather Service rates the tornado that slammed southwest Indiana an EF-3, Kelly.
And that tornado actually claimed 3 lives in Sullivan County Friday evening. Meteorologist Mike Seidel talks with one of the survivors.
Jalen Brown, along with her 2 siblings and dad, survived this strong tornado that hit last night around 10:30 p.m. And Jalen, just take us back to where you were before it hit, how you got the warning, and just take us through what happened and how quickly it happened.
Well, when I got the warning, I was in my bedroom right there, just hanging out and playing on my phone. And I got the warning, and I told my sister, get your phone, put it on the charger, and come in here. And as soon as she did that, I heard my dad yell. I didn't think anything about the warning at first, but I heard my dad yell, and I went to see what was going on, and he was trying to shut the front door, and he couldn't. And he yelled, go to the bathroom. So we're trying to get our dogs to the bathroom.
How many dogs?
9.
So you got 9 dogs, you, your brother, sister, and your dad.
Yeah, and we had a cat, but she didn't make it. Or we've not found her anyway.
Hopefully you'll find her.
But, I don't know where I left them.
You were in the bathroom.
Yeah, we were in the bathroom, in the bathtub. Well, my sister made it to the bathtub, all the dogs. And we just tried to keep my dad from coming outside as long as we could. But as soon as we got in there, you could just hear it tearing straight down the middle. And it was, yeah. And then eventually the bathroom started leaking, and it got okay. So me and my brother, we left the lantern in there with my sister and the dogs, and me and my brother and my dad, we went out and we made sure everyone was okay and checked to see what was going on and hoped everything was not this bad.
It's pretty amazing how fast it happens and how noisy it was. And all 4 of you basically came out with just a few minor scratches. And you're happy to be alive, huh?
Yes,
yeah,
very.
Everything can be replaced, right? Well, we appreciate you sharing your story with us, and we're so happy that all of you made it through this horrible twister okay. And you're cleaning up today, trying to salvage what you can.
Yep, trying to get some clothes and just some random stuff we need.
And you have a place to stay.
Yes.
That's great. Well, Jalen, thanks for joining us, and just very happy that everybody is okay here with your family. You've got all your friends and neighbors helping you today, which is always good to see. Great turnout.
Wow, just amazing to hear stories of survival where people seek shelter, obviously in an interior room or a basement if you've got one, because when you get these high-end EF tornadoes, I mean, they could just level a house or a building to the ground.
Survey team for the National Weather Service rates the tornado that, of course, slammed parts of Indiana as an EF-3 tornado.
There were a lot of strong tornadoes, and that tornado, by the way, claimed 3 lives in Sullivan County Friday evening. Meteorologist Mike Seidel talks with one of the survivors.
This was Nolan's liquor store here in Sullivan, Indiana, until late last night when a tornado raced through here at about 60 miles an hour. It is no more. The roof is gone. The walls, concrete and masonry and brick, have been blown down. So this is obviously a strong tornado. And a gentleman that was just out of here after they closed, one of the owners is Blaine Lannon, and the tornado hit around 10:30. Give me the timetable when you got out of here and when you found out what happened.
Oh, the store closed around 9 p.m. The girls left about 9:30 and got out of here, thank goodness, and we were home watching the weather, and the sirens went off and the tornado warnings came on, and man, it happened fast.
Did you have any idea until this morning that your store had been leveled?
Not at all. You know, it's a sturdy structure. We figured it'd be mostly here, and man, that was a strong storm.
No kidding. You know, the roof was wooden, trestle.
Right.
So that's not surprising. But to see the masonry, the brick that has been blown down by the strength of this tornado, it could be an EF-3.
It was strong.
And what were your thoughts when you came up on the property this morning?
Wow, I'm just hoping nobody's hurt, because this looks pretty devastating.
Yeah, there were 3 fatalities here in this county.
Wow.
So, unfortunately, but nobody was hurt here. No. And what have you been doing throughout the day today?
Oh, the police just called us and said, get everything out of here you can, because there might be a little looting.
Well, I see you've packed up the truck over here.
Pretty popular place on Saturdays.
So you're going to try to get all the alcohol out of here as best you can.
You bet.
And then you've already got the
roll-offs here to start cleaning
all
up.
Ready to clean up.
We'll start tearing her down first of the week.
And the plan is to rebuild?
You betcha.
Yeah, you got insurance?
You bet.
Okay, well, Blaine, I appreciate you taking the time. I'm glad everybody's okay.
Yep, thank you,
You'll rebuild, Mike. And hopefully you'll be here another 30, 40 years.
We hope.
Before we have another tornado.
We hope.
Okay, Blaine Lannon, one of the owners here at the Nolan Liquor Store. Just look around. Just everywhere you look behind me, just complete devastation. The twister, 10:30 last night, 3 fatalities, and we'll wait and see what the National Weather Service rates this, but I would not be surprised if this gets at least a low-end EF-3 rating. I'm meteorologist Mike Seidel, the Weather Channel in Sullivan, Indiana.